Good afternoon. I am Jeremy Slotnick, principal here at Nashoba Valley Tech. A warm welcome to our honored guests, our faculty and staff that are here with us, to the families present, and most especially to you, the students of the class of 2020. At this time, I would ask that you remain standing as we begin with the national anthem. There's a flag to my right. If you could turn and face that. At this time, we will observe a moment of silence in memory of our friends, classmates, and family that cannot be here with us today, as well as those around the world who have lost their lives to widespread disease. Thank you. Graduates, please be seated. At this time, I would like to recognize our honored guests and members of the school committee who are here to celebrate with us. Behind me, we have our business manager, Ms. Jean Savoy, school committee member from Westford, Mr. Ron Deshane, school committee member from Chelmsford, Mr. Lawrence McDonald, school committee chair from Littleton and a former graduate of Nashoba Tech, Mr. Charlie Ellis. Our superintendent, Dr. Denise Pigeon. Our automotive collision repair instructor, Mr. Mike Robichaud. Our other automotive collision repair instructor, Mr. Nate Seifert. Mr. Seifert's wife, Hillary Seifert. And his son, Declan Seifert. So as you are probably aware, we are doing a hybrid ceremony. This is obviously the live portion, but we also have a video online that you can view for the rest of the ceremony. There are several speeches online, and all of the graduates' photos and names are featured with a congratulations regarding their graduation. Our speakers are Dr. Pigeon. Our keynote speaker for the day is Chairman Ellis. Mr. Ellis graduated exactly 50 years ago as part of the first graduating class here at Nashoba Tech. Additional speakers are some of your classmates, Kaylee Walsh, the valedictorian, Danielle Watman, the salutatorian, your class president, Abigail Cronin, and also the junior class president who is thanking the senior class for your guidance and support over the last 3 years. All of them are eloquent and inspirational speakers. I encourage you to go online and see their speeches. They are featured on the Viking 360 YouTube channel that the school runs. I sent a link to it yesterday. You can also go to the search bar and type in graduation at that YouTube channel. I just have a few words for our graduates, and then I'll give Mr. Seifert and Mr. Robichaud a chance to speak to you as well. Class of 2020, you are certainly experiencing unprecedented times with this pandemic. With it, it has brought a whole new vocabulary, phrases that were rarely heard before COVID-19, and to be honest, I'd rather not hear some of those phrases ever again. The first phrase is out of an abundance of caution. Originally, the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education said, out of an abundance of caution, we will be closing schools for the next 4 weeks. But 3 weeks later, we heard, out of an abundance of caution, we will be closing schools for the next 8 weeks. And then a few weeks after that, it was, out of an abundance of caution, we'll be closing the schools for the rest of the year. Along with that came other announcements, such as, out of an abundance of caution, we will be limiting gatherings to 250 people, which soon became 50 people, and finally just 10 people. But in reality, it has been important that we proceed with an abundance of caution, and you, our graduates, have done so. You have shown empathy. You have put others before yourselves. Anyone who goes and says that teenagers are selfish need to look no further than your class and your graduation to see that you are compassionate people who care for others. This disease, although it is dangerous and deadly, has mostly affected the elderly and the sick. But you have still sacrificed and not complained about that sacrifice. And this is a part of your character. And luckily for the rest of us, who will depend on you at some point to take care of us and pretty much run the world, you are compassionate people, and you will continue to demonstrate that characteristic. And that brings me to my second phrase that I could do without, the new normal. As in, not shaking hands will be the new normal. Social distancing will be the new normal. Or schools and businesses conducted remotely will be the new normal. These are changes you have had to incorporate into your lives very quickly. You completed school virtually, you got used to Zoom meetings and Google Meets, you participated and were honored at drive-by parades like the one we just had on Thursday. You have shown flexibility, you've used new technology, you've made school at home work for you. You've even made remote social events work on occasion. Now, some of these changes may be temporary, but some of them will not. And as each year passes, there will be new challenges in your lives. Some will be large, some will be small. That much I can guarantee. But they are not anything to be afraid of. You've already demonstrated that you can be flexible. You can overcome challenges. So in review, you have demonstrated an abundance of caution. You are kind and thoughtful, and your actions have shown it. Secondly, we are in the middle of a new normal, and you have been flexible, rolled with the punches, and you are stronger for it. And lastly, believe in yourself. Over the past 4 years, I have spoken to and listened to each and every one of you, and I am a better person because of it, and I thank you. You are bright, kind, talented individuals. The world needs to hear from you. Thank you. At this time, I am pleased to welcome Mr. Seifert to come forward to say a few words at the microphone to his graduates.
Thank you, Mr. Slotnick. I'd like to start by congratulating all of the 2020 Nashoba Tech graduates. Congratulations. Now for my auto collision students. You all have very different personalities, and one of the biggest challenges in any workplace is putting personal differences aside to achieve a common goal. You did this well. Not only did you work well together, you made our shop environment a fun and easygoing place to be. Mr. Robichaud and myself always look forward to seeing you, working with you, and teaching you our trade. We spent a lot of time together, and after getting to know you, I'm confident that all of you will succeed in whatever path you choose. You worked hard for a lot of years to get here. I'm proud of you. You should be proud of yourselves. Congratulations, guys. You made it.
And now Mr. Robichaud will come forward.
How you doing, guys? Congratulations. Like Mr. Seifert said, we had a great time. This isn't how I was hoping the school year was going to end, but there's a lot of things in life you guys are going to find out you can't control. That being said, congratulations, best of luck.
Thank you, Mr. Robichaud. At this time, we will begin to present diplomas to our graduates. If you could all please stand. Stephen Patrick Raymond. Stephen is to be commended for his senior project. Mr. Seifert and Mr. Robichaud tell me there was a door that appeared to be beyond repair, and Stephen, as a skillful metal worker, was able to do all the necessary repairs and make the door ready for use. Brent James Robinson. Brent earned the Vocational Technical Proficiency Award. He was also a part of the championship football team here at Nashoba Tech. Matthew Paul Shudo. Matt earned the Vocational Technical Merit Award for his shop. He also earned the Friends of Cameron Senior Center Scholarship. David Charles Simons. David was a participant on the football team at Nashoba Tech. In his sophomore year, the team won the Division VIII Central Massachusetts State Football Championship. In his senior year, he recovered a fumble to help his team score. He was surprised and grateful to receive the Certificate of Academic Achievement in Spanish from Senora Stevens, as he was an active participant in her class. He plans to start at Middlesex Community College in the fall and later enlist in the Air Force. Jose Antonio Soba. Jose was a member of our championship football team. In addition, in the shop, he was very helpful with the younger students. He was an ally to his teachers, and they describe him as a hard worker who never complained. At this time, I would ask that the graduates move their tassels from the right side of their cap to the left to signify that they have completed their education here at Nashoba Valley Technical High School. On behalf of the faculty, the administration, all of our guests and your families, congratulations, you have made us proud. And that concludes our ceremony. You may return to your families at your cars. Thank you.